So, good afternoon and welcome to this round of our lectures. I know we are a little bit behind, so we need to make the best use of the time that we have. So I'm going to share my screen. Now, one thing I've been doing as part of a way to really help you to have to be versatile in this course is to share global discussions, meetings, symposium. In fact, I've shared about 2 now that are either organized by United Nations and also by the African Center for Statistics in Addis Ababa. So I expect you to join these ones. This is one that I share with you. I think it's coming up tomorrow or so. It's about Africa's progress towards the SDG target. So you should take time to attend, even if you are not able to attend because of lectures. You can register, and then they will add you to their database, and you'll be able to listen and participate if you are invited in future meetings. So this is how you connect yourself, and you get to see the practical usage, application of the things we discuss in this class. So our focus today will be on the role and activities of central and state statistical organizations. It's not just enough for you to know regression, know about central limit theorem, know about all these techniques. You should also know the role and responsibility of various statistical organizations in Nigeria. We have at the local government, there are statistical offices. At the state level, there are ministries. You have the division they call the planning, research, and statistics. Every ministry, at the state level has this department of planning, research, and statistics. Unfortunately, if you go to most of them, they are not headed by trained statisticians like you. For many reasons, because they are not available. And then again, most of them, they are in the academic, they are not really taking jobs in the civil service. And if they take in the civil service, they are posted to areas that are not really connected. As a matter of fact, even though there are all areas are connected to statistics, but usually they are the management of statistical activities in those states are not under the control and supervision of those that are trained. And again, even those who have degrees in statistics, they don't have the kind of information we are teaching you. This course, I don't know how many universities are teaching it in Nigeria, but they teach econometrics, they teach experimental design, they teach even official statistics, but not in the way we are doing it, even at master's level. If at master's level, most of them don't even teach something like this. And it is this knowledge that can make you to really perform if for whatever reasons you find yourself in either the local government statistics divisions or state level statistics divisions or at the national level statistics divisions. So the objective of you understanding the role and activities of central and state statistical organizations is to provide you with an understanding of the roles and responsibility of these statistical bodies, in the area of how they collect official data, how they analyze, how they disseminate, by the way, how many of you have ever visited the uh, the uh, National Bureau of Statistics website for whatever reason? Yeah, sorry, man. If you have done so, type yes in the chat menu. If you have done so, you should always be, Nigerian. That's the website. Most of you don't even know it offhand. nigerianstat.gov.ng. That's the official website of the National Bureau of Statistics. And here you can have information about. So this is the National Central, or we call it, the general name is the Central because it's covering the entire country. So for Nigeria, that central statistical organization is called the National Bureau of Statistics. Now, states have replicated that. They have also the state level bureau. Just a minute. So I'm back. Sorry for that break in transmission. And I was just talking about the central statistics body in Nigeria, which is the National Bureau of Statistics. So we need to understand how this National Statistics Office, how they produce data, how they collect data, how they analyze data. You can see different types of data that they produce: unemployment statistics, foreign trade. They also have publications that you can see. So as a statistician, you are supposed to constantly come here. So you can see in real time what the premium motor spirit price per liter is for gasoline. I thought they said it's now 1,000. I don't. That's the news I had this morning. Maybe It's not yet official.
It's Dangote, sir. It's only Dangote that have got that. It's Dangote that have got the price.
Whether Dangote or not, I mean, not all the it doesn't have to be government information alone. So they also gather data from households, they gather data from firms, industries, they gather data from government agencies, ministries, and so on. So, so you should be familiar with this. I don't know of any state also that has its own state, except Lagos State. So I think Lagos Bureau of Statistics, they have their website also. Yes. Apart from them, you can also see the kind of data they have about Lagos State. So even on price, on reproductive health, on demographics, on GDP, they produce their own GDP themselves, transport, household, poverty, literacy, and so on like that, consumption expenditure survey. So try to even, so this is their website, and you can learn a lot. It's under the Ministry of Planning and Budget. I think that's why I'm not sure any of you have ever visited this. Have you ever visited? Yes or no? Put that in there. So you should know how statistics are produced in Nigeria, how statistics are disseminated in Nigeria, and so on like that. So we need to also understand the importance in national development. Why do we need data, for national development and for policy making? So this lecture, we first of all look at the overview of central and state statistical organizations, and then we will look at the key functions and activities of the organizations. Then we will look at sectoral and socioeconomic statistics that are produced by these organizations. And then we just look at the challenges and the opportunities. So we can understand the condition under which these statistical organizations are working in Nigeria. I think the last meeting, I think I should have that. I will share. I think you have to go through this thing. Let me see if I can share it right away. There was a time I gave the, yes, let me share this with you. You are supposed to review this. You are supposed to review it. This presentation that I made at the second biannual National Consultative Committee on Statistics. You will see more information about the state of statistics in Nigeria, particularly at the subnational level. Subnational level includes states and local government area. So let's look at overview of central and state statistical organizations. Feel free to stop me ask questions if you have. You can also type your questions. So when we talk about the central, I've told you is the national body that is responsible for coordinating statistical activities in Nigeria, but it's cascaded down to state and local government. So you also have state statistical organizations. So our interest is to emphasize their function and their role. So every country has what we call national statistical system. Every country, that system can be centralized in a way. Sometimes also it could be decentralized, so that in Nigeria, for instance, is decentralized. MBS at the national level, each state has its own, and then at the local government too. So at the center, we normally call them central statistical organizations. So they are national bodies, and they are regarded as the backbone of the country's statistical system. They collect, they analyze, they disseminate national statistical data that reflects the national spread, the national activities, social, economic, political, and so on. So example is the National Bureau of Statistics. In Ghana, you should know, I think they also have, I don't know the name they call their own, maybe Ghana Statistics Office, but I know that in South Africa, they call it Statistics South Africa. I know in Ethiopia, they call it Central Statistics Agency, and so on like that. Some may not call it Bureau, some may call it National Statistics Office. So I think one thing you will do for me now is to get the name of the national statistical organizations, the name of the central statistical organizations in countries in Africa, for all the countries in Africa. Give me the name of the central statistical organizations in all the countries in Africa: Tunisia, Angola, Ghana, Liberia, and so on. So get that list for me. That should be provided in the next class. So you should know the name for all of them. I won't tell you where to get it, but you can get all of them. So Central Statistical Organizations is shortened to be CSO, Central Statistical Organizations. They are responsible for coordinating national and even state. They coordinate the national, the ministries, they also coordinate the state, they coordinate to the local government. So they set standards, they develop methodologies, they also articulate best practices, for collecting statistical data, for analyzing them. So their role is to ensure data are reliable, they are consistent, and they are comparable, across domains and regions. For Nigerian statistical, for National Bureau of Statistics in Nigeria is an example. It exemplifies the Central Statistical Organization. And what role do they play? I asked you the other time to download the Statistics Act. Maybe I even share it with you. So the Statistics Act clearly define or explain the role of just a minute. So they coordinate, NBS coordinate the National Statistical System. They conduct national surveys and censuses. In Nigeria, they do well. Nigeria usually they have a way of duplicating functions of organizations. There is no country, I think, there is no country except Nigeria where you have a separate organization conducting census and another one conducting other data. So that's duplicating, the functions of National Bureau of Statistics. So their role in the role of National Statistics Office is to conduct surveys. And in the case of Nigeria, they do a lot of surveys, and you can check the various surveys they do in Nigeria. Some of the surveys, maybe households, you can check for this. If you let me go to the Hill Library, so you can see. I want to look for different surveys they conduct. Yeah, so let's look. So the social economy, let me look at. These are some of the surveys they conduct. Nigeria Labor Force Survey, Demographic, National Identity. They also have Nigeria Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey. So try to compile the list of surveys that NBS produce. Try to compile and indicate the year last conducted. So if you come here, you'll be able to generate those list of surveys. These are not surveys, but mostly here they are what do you call it? Economic data. You can also see, so you can come here to compile those lists of different surveys carry out. This is also another survey, Nigeria Labor Force Survey. Yes, that's one. Let me look at anything. Do they have anything on population? Yeah. So they have information about population and vital statistics. They have also on immigration statistics. They also have on population, between 2006 to 2016. When last was population census conducted in Nigeria? When last?
2006.
2006. So only few of you, most of you you must still be in primary school, I suppose. If at all you have started school. So normally census should be conducted every 10 years. So another one should have been conducted 2016. But now we are in 2024. So maybe by the time we have 20 years lag, then we will be ready for another census. Then the question is, how do we plan in Nigeria? So we cannot plan effectively. So most of our problems arise because we are not using data. We are not using data. So, and you people, you are the ones that will continue to be in government. So I hope you will be using data when you are there. Now let's look at the states and their roles. Of course, similar roles, only that states don't coordinate. They are also they take their control or coordinated by the center. But at the state coordinates the lower level of government. So, but they adopt national methodologies to local context. They ensure that data collection reflects their respective regional peculiarities. But in terms of the relationship between the center and the state, yes, there must be a collaboration. And what I share with you, this document, this presentation that I made, actually talks a lot about those some of the what's supposed to be the relationship between them, what they're supposed to do, so go through, and I hope it will also enlighten you more. So the relationship is very crucial if we are going to have comprehensive coverage, if we are going to have high quality data across levels of government. Normally, we talk about horizontal coordination and vertical coordination. For the horizontal, that's at the parallel. Those, for instance, For vertical NBS, we have to relate with other ministries, parallel ministries at the national level. But for vertical, that's from bottom to the top, from local government to state and then to the national. So there are three key importance of collaboration between the states, between the center and the state. The data that come from the state level is the one that will eventually make up the data for the national. So that's why collaboration is very important. You can't have data about Nigeria without having data from the various components. So if there is no collaboration between them, then whatever figure is produced or disseminated at the national level cannot be truly national. Then another reason why there should be collaboration is that there should be uniformity, there should be standard, across different levels. So when we say poverty measurement, the way poverty is measured in Oyo should be the way poverty is measured in Ekiti, should be the way poverty is measured in Sokoto, then the result can be comparable. So if there is no collaboration, there won't be, it won't be possible to compare data across the units. Then regional data needs, the needs and peculiarities are represented in national planning and policy making processes, because if there's no collaboration, how will those needs and peculiarities be addressed or through planning and policy making? So if I ask, why do we need collaboration across between the states statistical offices and the central statistical offices? We need to standardize data. We also need the data from the various components from the state. They need to be aggregated to be able to form the national. So what are the key functions and activities apart from the importance that we have talked about? The major function is data collection and management. So NBS the key role of NBS is to produce data. They should produce data. But are they producing data on everything that we need? That's another question. Are you able to get data about Nigeria on all subjects of interest? That's another thing. But the mandate, the responsibility is on them to produce data. So, and they can produce this data through surveys and censuses. Surveys, they use sample, they can take representative sample. Censuses, that is, they have to do head counts. So which means everybody will have to be involved, counted. So it's not by sample. So censuses, surveys, they are key functions of the statistical organizations, whether at the national or at the state level. So they need to produce data on demographics, employment, health, and other key indicators. Then, apart from censuses, they also produce administrative data. So you can see the other time I was showing you, if you see immigration, they have to collect this data, for instance, from the immigration office. They are administrative data. And there are many of them. There are those they will collect from CBN, for instance, like foreign trade and goods statistics. Then like Federation Account Allocation Committee disbursement. These are all produced. These are all administrative data produced by National Bureau of Statistics. So in essence, in producing data, they can produce surveys, they can produce censuses, even though in Nigeria, population censuses are, key mandates of the National Population Commission. But it's not only human censuses, that can be carried out. There can be censuses of agricultural farms, censuses of industries, censuses of, but the one for NPC, they are human, they are citizens. They also produce administrative data on different aspects, education, health, so on. Another key function is to analyze and also report. So you can see different ways they analyze their own data, see the way NBS, if you go home now, these are, they are analyzing here, showing you the pattern in our gross domestic. So this is showing you unemployment statistics, underemployment, youth unemployment, youth underemployment. This is, so you can also interpret this. This is a spatial analysis of foreign trades. This is most of our exports here. They go to Canada, as you can see. Some also go to other parts of the world. If you want to look at imports, then most of our imports, they come from United States, come from, yes, also from Canada. Well, not available, but we have imports a lot from China. We import a lot from India. That's why some of us now, we are speaking Chinese. So we eat Chinese food, we eat Chinese, we are Chinese clothes. So this is where most of our products come from. Italy, so Italian too, Netherlands, Brazil. So this major, apart from that, you can see electricity reports. Electricity, data is also available here. So you can download and see a lot of things. So the responsibility is to analyze, not just to collect, produce, they also have to report. And the report, in those days, the report usually come like printed one. For instance, this is a report. This is a report that you can download. And sometimes also they will print it. This is a typical report. Nigeria electricity report, energy bill revenue. So they generate reports telling us how many discos. So this is a report. So in the report, they will also tell the methodology they use to collect the data. They analyze it. They tell you their findings and all of that. So you can see this is total customer number by discos. Ibadan, by Q3 Ibadan, IBEDC have over 2 million consumer or customers. Out of that, you can see those who have meter, not even up to half, only 1 point something of that, not up to half of that customer are metered. So statistician, I love you, we can do a lot of project analysis, a lot of work to do here. And then you can speak with facts and figures. This is over 1.3 million getting estimated billings, you know, and yet they make this is what they make. This is what they make. This is a million naira. So they make over, if you turn this now, this is about 31 billion they make from IBDC. So this is the supply by gigawatts, energy bill or electricity supply by gigawatt, and so on like that. So this is a report which represents the reality in terms of electricity situation in Nigeria, distribution in particular in Nigeria. So the energy billed, the revenue generated, and the customers by discos. So this is a typical report, which you can easily download. Apart from this report, you can see in the report, you have analysis, and then you have the production reports and the indices produced. So policymakers can make use of this. And so in those days, they used to share the report, send it to people. I think in my office, I have quite a number of old bulletins. This is statistical bulletin. Though from the central bank, I hope you can see. Are you able to see this? Are you able to see?
No, sir. No, sir.
You are sharing your slides.
I'm sharing my slides. I thought you are also seeing my picture.
Okay, yeah, but yes.
You can see it.
Not clearly.
But somehow, sir, not too clear.
Somehow,
But
if it's not clear, it's
go to the office.
So, you can also come to the office. Not to come and take it, but just to come and see it. But now you don't need the hard copy. You can go to the website and download those reports. Another key function of those statistical organizations is to produce wide range of sectoral and socioeconomic statistics. Sectorial statistics like agriculture sector, industry sector, services sector, trade, and so on. They also produce that. Socioeconomic statistics like crime situation, no, poverty, health, employment, those are socioeconomic statistics. So the state and the central statistical offices are responsible for producing this kind of data. But there are challenges as far as statistical operations are concerned. You know, despite their critical role, they face challenges. And then you will see those challenges, particularly in my report, in my presentation. If you have ever visited, even go to how many of you have visited the National Bureau of Statistics at the secretariat, the federal secretariat? Have you ever been to that office before? Nobody has ever been there. Too bad. So nobody has ever been there.
I've never been to the one Oyo State, but I've been to the one in Asaba and Makurdi.
Okay, in the federal secretariat, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you notice?
Sir, for that of Makurdi then, during my undergraduate days, we
Yes.
went for data collection actually.
Yeah.
One of our lecturers then gave us assignments.
Okay.
So when we got there, we were able to meet with the person in charge, and we got what we wanted. But that of Asaba, when I went there, the place was very dry. Although then I was looking for place of primary assignment during my NYC days. So when I
Okay.
got there, they told me no vacancy. I didn't really meet so many people there. I only met one guy, he's a core member too. So he told me they normally go for field work once in a while like that. But the place is very, very dry. In fact, I think they gave them one small office from because the secretariat, they have about, I think, a structure, a very big structure, but they gave them just a room there as an office for the MBS there at the
That's
secretariat in Asaba.
excellent. So you will notice that if I should ask you, did you see it as a place that you would love to work?
So I don't think so. I don't think so, sir. But if I get the chance, I will love it. But looking at the way the structure, the way everything was, it was not actually looking attracting and all. We were
Okay,
just there. So the office was just there when I went there.
good. So that is the unfortunate thing about, I mean, it's good that you are the one saying it. Then you can imagine the quality of data that will be produced in that environment. If you go there, if they ever have desktop computer, sometimes the desktop computer will be hosting cockroaches and all sorts of rodents, you know. So they hardly have official laptops, maybe except those in the national office in Abuja. So that tells you the quality of data that will be produced, you know. So in Nigeria, particularly, we don't equip we don't also motivate those in the statistical organizations. So the main issue is about the data quality and timeliness. Timeliness refers to getting the data in real time, producing the data when needed. So there are so many of our data, that they come, late. So then issue of coordination between the levels has always been a problem. In Nigeria, it's very difficult, except if the state government is in the same party with the national government. So for the national or the central statistical organization to control the state is usually very difficult, because political agenda will be different. Even data literacy level will also be different. So many things will be different. So coordination problem is usually there. So that leads to inconsistency in data, and sometimes you have data for some states and you will not have data for some states. It's part of coordination problems. Now, let's talk about sectoral and socioeconomic statistics. Earlier, I've told you when we talk about sector, so we have sectoral statistics. Here we talk about agriculture, we talk about industry and services. I've also talked about energy. Energy is also sectoral. It's a sector on its own. Agriculture, industry, trade and commerce. These are sectoral statistics. Socioeconomic statistics border on demographic statistics. Yes. Somebody raising up hand, or somebody just entering the class. So we have demographic statistics, then education and health statistics. We have employment and poverty statistics. There are other socioeconomic ones which are not here. Crime statistics is also socioeconomic statistics. Immigration statistics, and so on and so forth. You can also think of that. So there are challenges as far as these statistics are concerned. There is need to improve the data collection method. By now, we are still using the old, archaic, method of collecting data. People are now using telephone. I think if you watch how many of you attended the lecture? Yes. How many of you participated in the UN? No, not UN, actually.
Paris 21. Paris 21.
Yes. What was the issue about? What was the issue about? Osareme.
Okay, it's about the development of AI, and also the data analysis, and all the development about AI, and how it's going to pose challenge in economic development, and also utilizing the advantages of AI too.
So I'm not sure anybody from Nigeria spoke there, but we had
There's
Igbo and
somebody that
Igbo
spoke actually. His name is Peter. I don't know. Someone that
from
spoke.
Nigeria,
Yes, I think so. His name
but
is Peter.
not from National Bureau of Statistics.
No, 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 no. It's not.
Possibly, maybe he's based in US or based in any other part. I could have spoken as well, but I'm not in NBS. Now, at that level, people are already thinking, discussing how artificial intelligence will be used to enhance data production. What are we thinking here now? The kind of offices that SA visited, how would they be able to use artificial intelligence? You need light, you need power, you need internet connection, you need all these things. How many of the state levels, state offices have access to electricity, have access to the right technology to be able to use, The other one I share with you is actually going to look at the issue of yes, and you must attend it. There is one I share on telephone something. Yes, this one. From mobile phone data to transport and commuting statistics. This is April 11. Has it been? This is gone. April 11 was last week, Abi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you
Gone.
attend? Did you attend? Nobody attended.
I think I did. I don't know.
You are stubborn. If you did, you will remember now. You are stubborn.
So I tried joining. The time was confusing. The time I received on my mail was
Yes, I
3
recall.
p.m. I didn't know it was not
Did-
Nigerian time. So when I joined by
Ah,
3, the meeting already ended. I didn't know the Nigerian time was 1 p.m.
okay. When you are connecting to international meetings, then you have to be conscious of time.
Yes, sir.
You have to be sure you convert the time to local time. Osareme, yes.
Yes, sir. I think I recall. I was trying to join. I was asking for the link that there's no link to join. And you say you since you send it again like that. So I was having difficulty joining. So that's what
So
happened.
No, I sent the link. When you asked, I sent, this was the link. When you asked, click on, I said, I later, yes. So anyway, make it a point of duty to attend all this. You can even speak, introduce yourself. That's how you begin to network and connect. But you have to speak intelligently. So, challenges in the area of improving data collection method. By now, we should be using modern approach, collecting using satellite imaging, to collect data on agriculture, using mobile surveys. Most of our surveys, they are still on paper. They are still on paper. So people are using telephone to collect data now and so on like that. So again, the need to enhance data accessibility and use. Our challenge most often is that they even have the data, but they are not accessible because they are still offline. Most data they are not available online. So, and they are not open. Even some you need to get approval, or you need to get to request for access before you can use them. So there is also the challenge of capacity. The reality is that most of the people working in the statistical offices don't have the right technical and analytical skills to perform their work. You know, they are not trained. In those days, UI used to collaborate with the defunct Federal Office of Statistics, and we used to run professional diploma in statistics, postgraduate diploma in statistics as a way of building capacity, but that has stopped. They also have their own statistics training in school, but they are not funding it. They are poorly funded. And they cannot train high skill statisticians. They can only train low level skilled statisticians. So that's all about sectoral and socio-economic statistics. To round up the lecture, then there are challenges and opportunities. What are the challenges in statistical operations in Nigeria? I've mentioned some of them. In the area of quality, we need to ensure high quality, comprehensive data coverage. You know, we need to reach out to remote or underdeveloped areas. You know. Of course, we know there are limited resources. Government in Nigeria don't invest in data. They don't see data as priority, as very important. They prefer to dig boreholes and not knowing how many people will benefit. So they invest in what is visible, what can, you know, because they want to impress people. So they don't invest in data. Hence, limited resources for those statistical organizations. There are logistical issues, even political issues, which I have already highlighted. Timeliness, most of the data will not come on time. You know, hardly will you see any, if you go to NBS website now, hardly will you see any report, you know, that is for 2024. Yes, this is one. Cost of healthy diet. This is February 2024. That looks recent. But it's not even can't even download. Okay, it's downloading. So different, that's the reality of our situation. You have also CPI inflation for 2024. That's good. No. So, but even like this one that is 2023, why is it that we don't have for every month? So that by now we should be talking about the Nigerian electricity, you know, as at this month. So timeliness is a major challenge. Data will come, you know, at a very time lag that is far from the current. We also have problem of coordination between central and state. I've mentioned that. You know, is in fact, except when this current statistician general took over, that we started seeing some sort of activities between the central and the state agencies. Before, there is little or no. I mean, in the last 2 or 3 statistician generals. But this current one has been able to organize the second biennial conference involving state statistical agencies. We still have challenges in data accessibility. How easy for us to have access to data, by citizens and by general users. How is it for us? How is it for us to utilize data? Are they being used even by government? So these are challenges. Challenges in quality, coverage, timeless, coordination, accessibility, and utilization. What opportunities? Because where you have challenges, then there is opportunity for innovation and improvement. So this is where we need to leverage on technology. We must now begin to use advanced technologies. We must also get used to big data analytics, artificial intelligence, geographic information system, and so many other new techniques that will help us to collect, analyze, visualize, and improve quality. Again, we need to invest in capacity building. We need to train people, make them to be well informed. To also, they should acquire needed skills, to deliver quality data. We need to also see how collaboration can be enhanced, how partnerships, there should be handshake between the center and the state statistical agencies. They should collaborate, they should work together. Not just between them, between even the universities, the private sectors, and all of that. Collaboration should be comprehensive, and holistic. We should encourage data accessibility, make it open for users in the universities, researchers, policymakers, for people to have unhindered access to the data. And then there should be constant engagement between the producers and the data users. If you are producing what the users don't want, then you are just wasting funds. So the right type of engagement is for the producer to know the needs of the users and then produce accordingly. So those are the 4 parts of this lecture which we have covered. But what do we need to discuss before, in the next 10, 15 minutes? What are the potential solutions? Yes, somebody raising up hand. Osareme, yes.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask a question, sir. With this role of NBS, why is it the federal government still finding it difficult to use data through NBS to get to the citizens? For instance, when they want to disperse palliative like that and the likes, why are they finding it difficult to use that avenue?
Now, NBS does not does not have the data they need. For instance, NBS is not in custody of the national identity. That's where individual details, are. Then NBS is not in custody of the bank verification number to be able to know those who have banks accounts, who operate, who are within the financial sector. So NBS does not have that kind of detail, and so they can't give what they don't have. And government is also, instead of empowering NBS to have that, they will create another parallel organization to do those things. So those ones will have the data, but NBS will not. We may have the summary, but will not have the required details. So that's again, it's a major challenge because our system is not one that is well coordinated and integrated. So data could be available in different locations. They are not well integrated. So it's difficult to even use them for the purpose that you have just mentioned. So it's not, the NBS does not have the kind of data that can help them to be able to disseminate or to be able to give out what do you call it now? Relief, any relief, something. So does that help you?
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask another question, sir. Given this challenge, has there been any time you are as a force of the Premier University to facilitate in solving this problem of data, sir?
Other than for us to discuss it like this, how do we solve it? You want me to go to government house and be shouting there? Will I even get access?
No, sir.
So how do I do it? If you are not inviting you, at best you go to conferences and you say whatever you know. That's it. So how will it be done? You publish, they won't even read it. No. So how do you want to do it? Yes, Joseph.
My question is on the aspect of accessibility of data. Should there be law on how data? I'm thinking of what's the place of confidentiality of a particular data so that it won't be misused.
Yeah, no, I mean, there is, if you are going into personal detail, then there is a legal provision that forbid disclosure of. There is a legal restriction, for you to give out personal details, but for official data, you are even paying tax so that government should be able to give you information about the country. So you are your tax is used to pay the staff of NBS. So they are under obligation to give you data about employment in Nigeria, about agriculture, about crime, about everything. but that it will be an aggregate, no, not individual data. Just it's forbidden for bank now to be giving your bank detail as individual to anybody, but they can give information about how many current accounts were open, how many savings accounts. Those ones are not personal details. So if I get your question, no, there are legal provisions to forbid or to take care of, data confidentiality, but also there are legal provisions about freedom of information. I'm sure you've heard about that. So freedom of information, you could approach government to say, how much did they spend on certain projects? You have the right as citizen to ask for that. If they say they constructed the Ibadan Oyo Road, you can go under the Freedom of Information Act to say, government, I need details of how much you spend. So while you have legal provision for data confidentiality, security, and so on, you also have legal provision compelling government to give you information regarding governance. I hope that clears your distance.
Yes, sir.
So we've talked about potential problems, timeliness issue, quality issue, coverage issue, coordination issue, accessibility issue. So what are the potential solutions that we need to outline? And maybe some other issues that we have not been able to articulate. What are the international best practices that you want to call our attention to? What are your innovations, innovative approaches? What innovative approaches do you want to suggest to the statistical organizations to be able to improve in their mandate? So that's what you are supposed to discuss. I will leave you to that, but there is a capstone project here on enhancing the national statistical system. This is the objective. This is the project description. So I want you to undertake a comprehensive study of a national statistical system. It could be Nigerian national statistical system, Ghana, or choose your own country, your country of interest. But it's good you choose different countries: Ethiopia, Ghana, South Africa. You can get details. Look at the way the national statistical system in that country, the way it is structured. Look at their functions and how do they interplay between, what is the kind of interplay between the center and the state. So that's the project you have to do. So it's a bit of research. You have to dig into internet or surf, check the internet for a lot of things. So you must, the project component includes the research phase, getting relevant documents, the analysis phase, where you now analyze that. The third part is innovation and improvement plan, and then final report presentation. So this is expected outcome, and this is your assessment criteria. This is the resources needed that you can leverage on. Then I have multiple choice questions for you. I leave that to you. I think I already have it in the, I'm not sure if I've uploaded, but Honey, you are welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So I think you do the job you used to do for us. So
Okay,
you
sir.
can now also create, even the last one, only nine turning their own scores. Let's see.
Okay, sir.
The first one, I hope people are not submitting again. Maybe I should stop accepting. Nobody will be able to submit again now. So if you have not submitted, but it's like most people, they were able to do very well in that quiz. Let's see whether they will do well in this other quiz. Let's see where discrepancies are. In the first one, only one person missed this. What is the primary purpose of statistical system? Yeah, we've even talked about it today. To collect data, to analyze, and to disseminate. They are not for entertainment. They are not for political. They are not also for just storing data. They can store data, but that's not they are not meant to be storing data. Everybody seems to get that. The same thing for the role of statistics in governance. Everybody got this. This one, what does the system of national accounts provide? Yeah, that's the framework for measuring economic activity. It's not a protocol for international diplomacy. One person also missed this out of 11. Which of the following best describe the significance of data dissemination in statistical systems? Is to ensure public access to data. And I emphasize that. Very, very important. You have access that you are paying them, they are working for you. So, and data must be made available. Then data must not be, it's not to just store data, no. Quite a number means this. State statistical offices play a key role. Data collection at the national level. They don't collect at the national level, but they collect at their regions, and then the central statistical office will then produce the national one. So the state will collect at their region and at their state level. They don't also, they have nothing to do for international diplomacy. So I think those are the most, then there is also this one. Challenges in conducting large-scale survey include all except, so ensuring, but so this challenge includes mitigating non-response bias, addressing logistical complexity, ensuring data accuracy. All these ones are valid, but the one that is not valid is this one. So I don't know why people miss that. Then statistical data guide the allocation of resources and allocation of policies through evidence-based insights, not through decreasing public engagement, not through ignoring societal needs, not through random decision-making, but by generating evidence-based insights from the data. statistical data can guide allocation of resources. But of course, in Nigeria, we don't leverage on the power of statistics, as I mentioned in my inaugural lecture. So I think that's all. So that's the end. Oni will help us to create the survey, the quiz form. So everybody should be able to respond.
Okay, sir.
Any question? Any question? If there is no question, then I think Peter, any announcements? Quite a
Not,
number of assignments for you people, so no time to rest.
thank you, Prof.
Yeah.
No
Thank
announcement.
you. No announcement. You have also made thank you is also announcement. Essay, I can see your hand up.
Yes, sir. Sir, please, when is the submission date for the project given to us, sir?
I have not decided, but on or before your exam.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yes, sir. I
The
don't know.
same
It will be better if we can work in group for the project. Okay, because it's a little bit bogus. I don't know. My just suggestion anyway.
I don't mind if you can form. How many of you? You can form a group of up to 3, but
Yes, sir.
not your nearest neighbor.
Okay, sir.
So if you are able to form a group, fine. So which means the group will hand the same grade. But if you want to work alone, you can also work alone. Is that okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. There's no other question. So enjoy the rest of your day and take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.